You guys should finally know what time it is, man. It's time for, an update on the best jump shots in NBA 2K24. I'm gonna hold a promise to you guys. I'm gonna try my best to, keep you guys in the loop with the best jump shots and the best builds at least once a season throughout NBA 2K24. So, yeah, there's nothing else really to say. I got the best jump shots for all 3-point ratings and all heights, all requirements, things like that. All I ask from you guys is to just like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribing is the most, important factor. We're on the road to 20K. And also, comment down a jump shot for other people to try. And without further ado, let's just get right into it. The first position, 3-point rating that I'm gonna go with you guys is the small guards with the high 3 points. So, let's just get right into it. So the first jump shot I gotta give you guys, it's Stephen Curry based. This is like the first one that you should try out of all of these if you're a small guard. I feel like, Stephen Curry, beside Patty Mills, Stephen Curry is what everybody uses. So go ahead and use the Stephen Curry base. Upper release one, we're going to be using Oscar Robertson. Oscar Robertson, great upper releases this year. In a lot of people's customs, and I bet even your guys' own customs, there's definitely Oscar Robertson release in there. And then upper release 2, we're going to be going with Colin Sexton. Colin Sexton is a little bit of a different base, but I've been using it from the start of the year till now, and it's, for the most part, it's pretty good. For our blending, we're going to be going with full release speed with 80% Oscar and 20% Sexton. Now, just so you guys know, for every jump shot I use every jump shot on release. Most of these jump shots work on push, maybe even sub point, I'm not sure, but push and release 100%. But yeah, Stephen Curry base, a lot of people use this jump shot. It's very well known within the community. For small guards, you don't have too many options in my opinion, and like Stephen Curry, you're just never going to be going wrong with Stephen Curry. You're always going to have it. It's like an old reliable. If you guys do not like those uppers, you don't like Oscar and Sexton, you're not really feeling it, you could go with Darius Garland upper release 1 and Trey Mann upper release 2. I use this with my Patty jump shot, and to be honest, with Curry it works just as well. Full speed again on this one with 60% Darius and 40% Trey Mann. So yeah, as I said before, if you can't really use Curry, I don't really know what to tell you, but I definitely have some other jump shots ready for you guys. But yeah, definitely try this one first. Let's go try some other jump shots. My next jump shot here is going to be Markelle Fultz base. I think I used this in my first jump shot video, but I come back to it every now and then because it's a good alternative to Stephen Curry. We're going to go Markelle Fultz base. Upper release 1 is of course going to be Oscar, and then upper release 2, we're going to be going with Mike Conley on this one. And then for our blending, it's going to be full speed, 70% Oscar and 30% Mike Conley. So now the thing about the Markelle Fultz base, it's kind of like Curry, but the only thing is it's just a little bit slower. So like if you like the Stephen Curry base, but you're seeing that you're getting a lot of slightly late, I advise that you try this Markelle Fultz base. As you can see, it's a lot slower, but I'm pretty sure you can manage. Now, if you do not like the Mike Conley upper release 2, you could switch it out for Damian Lillard, and you just got to change the blending to 67% Oscar and 33% Dame. This is another solid custom. For our next small guard high 3-point jump shot, this is literally the definition of all reliable right here. We got John Wall base with Oscar Robertson release 1 and Luka Doncic release 2. I've used this jump shot patch 1. I've used it sometimes now. You cannot go wrong with John Wall base and these two uppers. Full release speed, 80% Oscar, 20% Luka. The only thing about John Wall base is that it's just literally, I think it's a little bit too slow to be used in like actual comp. Trying to get a peak or something like that, you're trying to get a quick stop, and like, it's not going to be that effective compared to things like, Curry or Patty Mills. But if you need a slow jump shot, just go ahead and use John Wall. Now, if you guys are starter 3 and up, I would highly advise to drop all the other jump shots I just mentioned and go ahead and use Patty Mills base. This is undoubtedly the most overpowered jump shot in NBA 2K24, and some would argue that this is like the most broken jump shot in 2K history. In my opinion, I don't really think so, but Patty Mills is definitely, let's say, top 5 most broken jump shots in 2K history. So if you're not starter 3, just go ahead, go into the 3v3 Pro-Am, get your team to 250 wins and grind some double rep, or take advantage of the park events that are out there every single week. So Patty Mills base, Oscar upper release 1 and Oscar upper release 2. Blending is obviously going to be on full speed, and the animation blending does not matter. This jump shot right here is just crazy. This jump shot is literally like, it's changing the 2K league, it's changing the Pro-Am scene, it's changing stage. Like literally, if you have access to Patty Mills, there is no reason that you should there's no reason for you not to be using it. You could literally shoot over everyone. You can make so many yellows. It's actually insane. And like, I'm not switching off of Patty Mills this whole year. I got Patty Mills way early in the year. I hit starter 3 maybe. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit gamerish, but like the second week of the game. And I mean, it's just such a good jump shot. Put Patty Mills on if you have access to it. But if you do not like double Oscar, I would suggest going with Stephen Curry upper release 2 and then put it on full speed with an 80-20 blending. That's another good Patty Mills custom. But I mean, in my opinion, the uppers don't matter with Patty because I mean, it's really the base. With this jump shot, it really is the base. That's gonna be it for our small guard jump shots. Let's go ahead onto the tall guards with a low 3-point shot. So now for all the tall guards out there, you know, the ISO demons that have a low 3-point, low midi, you know, build, I highly advise to try out JT Thor base. JT Thor base is obviously really good for, you know, spot ups, guards, poppers, anything like that. Anyone that has a low 3-point or low midi, just go ahead and try JT Thor base. Now for me personally, the uppers that I find useful on this build are Evan Fournier upper release 1 and James Harden upper release 2. I mean, I've been using these for a while now and they don't really fail me. I can't really find anything better for, you know, my own experiences. For blending, we're gonna go full release speed on this one with 45% Evan Fournier and 55% James Harden. Go ahead and try this jump shot out. I'm sure you'll be pleased with this jump shot and green everything that you need to. The one thing about JT Thor is like you kind of shoot it from your chest. But I mean, that's the thing that's good about this jump shot, especially with these uppers. I mean, it makes it easy to time. I feel like the timing stability is really nice on it. So it's pretty easy to really just stop, you know, do it behind the back and shoot the ball. And I mean, you know, the thing about JT Thor is once you understand the timing of it and how the base actually looks, you're going to be able to green every single one of them. Now, if you guys do not like those uppers, Evan Fournier and James Harden, go ahead and try these out. Troy Brown Jr. upper release 1 and Kyle Korver upper release 2. These are also 2 really good uppers. Full release speed, 56% Troy Brown and 44% Kyle Korver. You could try this out. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Now for this jump shot, this is like a jump shot I, you know, didn't really discover until recently. Tremoma told me about this jump shot. I've been using it recently. Pretty good jump shot. So we got Jordan Nora base, Troy Brown upper release 1 and Jake Layman upper release 2. I mean, this is a pretty good jump shot if you have a low 3-point or low midi. I'm gonna be honest to you. But to the blending, full release speed, 67% Troy Brown and 33% Jake Layman. You know, when I'm on my tall guard, I might have to start using this jump shot more because, you know, obviously JT Thor, you know, it's good and all, but you know, you gotta try something new. I don't know if you guys are like me, but every once in a while I just gotta change my jump shot because, you know, sometimes the jump shot gets boring. This one's pretty green. Go ahead and try this one out if you guys haven't already. So that's it for all of the low 3-point, low midi, tall guard jump shots. Let's go ahead and get to the guards that have a high 3-point or a high midi rating. So now for all my tall guards out there that have a high 3-point or a high midi, I mean, you guys know what jump shot I'm about to give you guys. It's gonna be T-Mac base. Another base that kind of destroyed NBA 2K24 alongside Patty Mills. T-Mac, I mean, all the 6'6s at the start of the year that were just going crazy because of this jump shot. I mean, you guys know who I'm talking about. Go ahead and go with T-Mac base, Oscar release 1 and Sadiq Bey release 2. Go to your blending, you have full release speed with 50-50 Oscar and Sadiq. I mean, this is the most baseline cookie cutter T-Mac jump shot that you need in NBA 2K24. I mean, T-Mac is just a different breed. Mostly every shot that you take is going to be wide open, I'm not going to lie. Unless you're guarding someone that's taller than you. And 2K just gave me a random speed up in the Gatorade facility. I'm not going to lie, that's crazy. But yeah, I mean, if you have a wide open shot, you're going to green it. If you have like a 20% contested, you're going to green it. Most of the jump shots you take, you're going to green it. Now, if for some reason you don't like Sadiq Bey upper release 2, go ahead and use Marquise Chris upper release 2 with, you know, T-Mac and Oscar and make the blending 70-30 and, you know, try out this one. You got to find your own uppers for T-Mac if you can't use either of these because T-Mac is just so good. If you have a high 3-point or a high mid-range, like go ahead and use one of these 2 jump shots, or maybe even go down to the comment section and someone dropped a T-Mac jump shot. Who knows? Now, the next jump shot I have for you guys is Torian Prince base. This is another base that I've been discovering recently. I was messing around with it in my last jump shot video. I've been using it a little bit since. Found a good custom for it, so I want to share it with you guys. Oscar Robertson release 1 and Kyle Korver release 2. Go to our blending, full release speed, 68% Oscar and 32% Kyle Korver. Now, the thing about Torian Prince is that it is insanely quick. I mean, let me go to the 3-point line. Let me shoot that shot. And I mean, it's super fast, but just because it's super fast doesn't mean that's broken. That's actually a pretty good thing, but And I plan to release 2, mind you that, and I'm telling you guys that it's fast. Definitely try out this jump shot if you don't like T-Mac. Obviously, you know, in about 5 seconds, there's going to be an alternative, and I was half stamina there, or even a quarter stamina, and I just still greened that. This jump shot is butter, I'm not gonna lie. If you guys do not like the Kyle Korver upper, just go double Oscar. In my opinion, double Oscar. That's always going to be something in your back pocket that you can go to. If you don't like uppers, put it on Oscar Robertson, upper release 1 and upper release 2. You know, obviously 50-50 blending, the blending doesn't matter. And I mean, you'll be straight. The last and final jump shot I got for all of you tall guards with a high 3-point or a high midi is Malcolm Brogdon base, Oscar release 1, and Marquise Chris upper release 2. I mean, this jump shot is also straight. I've given you guys so many jump shots, I'm not gonna lie. If I see you guys in the park still missing, I'm not too sure what we're gonna do about that. I mean, you guys have so many options. Go to your blending, full release speed, 88% Oscar and 12% Marquise Chris. I mean, look at that, it just looks beautiful. I mean, Brogdon is just another good base. I'm starting to realize that there are so many good jump shots for tall guards in this game other than T-Mac. So, I mean, like, just experiment with all of these jump shots. Just let me know, like, which one is your favorite. And you know, I mean, it's just that simple. I give you guys the best jump shots. I just get a little bit of feedback for you guys, and you guys press the subscribe button. I feel like it's a good deal. What do you guys think? I feel like it's a pretty fair deal. Green bean, ready? You guys ready at green bean? Green bean, come on. That's gonna be it for the tall guards with a high 3-point or a high midi. Let's go ahead and get to the lockdown position. So now for all of you lockdowns or spot ups in the community, if you need a jump shot, here's a jump shot for you. I have 2 lock jump shots. The first one is going to be JT Thor base, Drew Eubanks upper release 1, and Oscar Robertson release 2. I mean, if you're in the corner, your PG is running up the court, he's getting boxed, he has to throw you a dot. You're not gonna miss with this jump shot. I'm gonna be completely honest to you. Go to your blending. We're gonna have full release speed, 15% Drew Eubanks, and 85% Oscar. I mean, JT Thor on a spot up or a lockdown is just too chicken. I mean, if I love using JT Thor base on like a tall guard, I'm sure it's gonna love it on a lockdown, and I'm sure that you are going to like it on a lockdown. I mean, I don't see why not. I mean, if you're in the corner, you shoot the ball, it's going to be green. If you go to the top of the key or the wing, you shoot the ball, it's going to be green. You're going to be all right. I promise you, you're going to be okay. Look, right wing, you know, color. And this, I forgot, Quavo's player's left-handed. That rattled me for a second. Now, if you guys want a jump shot that's kind of like T-Mac, but you don't have access to T-Mac, I would advise for, you know, the second lock jump shot, go ahead and use Jarrett Culver base with Oscar Robertson upper release 1 and Drew Eubanks upper release 2. We're going to go full speed on this one, 99% Oscar, 1% Drew Eubanks. I mean, Jarrett Culver, I like this base. I like it on lock. I like it on popper. It reminds me of T-Mac, just, you know, a little bit slower. But I mean, what else can you do? I mean, you either use JT Thor or use Jarrett Culver. I mean, there's not really an in-between. Just go ahead and try it out. I mean, why not? I'm a huge fan, and when it comes to Jarrett Culver, I use it on my popper. I mean, it's a nice jump shot. You know, when you don't have access to T-Mac, as I said before, Jarrett Culver is really going to come in the clutch. Especially, you know, you're in the corner, you get the ball. I mean, it's just green. It's an easy visual cue. It, like, you know, you jump up a little bit, you'll be straight with this jump shot, I promise you. Now, real quick, I mean, that's 2 jump shots for lockdowns. I'm going to show you guys 1 jump shot for a lockdown with a high midi or high 3-point. So, I mean, obviously, I didn't forget you guys that have a, you know, high midi on a lockdown. I didn't forget about you guys one bit. We got T-Mac base, Austin Reeves upper release 1, and Oscar release 2. Obviously, you know, T-Mac locks are changing NBA 2K24 as we speak. I'm pretty sure people started making them, I'd say a couple months ago, but I mean, it's not a well-known thing. I mean, in my build videos, top 5, top 3 build videos, I show you guys how to make a T-Mac lockdown, and I mean, like, you guys should be making it. I'm not gonna lie. If you don't have it already, definitely make it. Blending full speed, 28% Austin Reeves and 72% Oscar Robertson. Can't go wrong. I really love when lockdowns have T-Mac base because it's really broken in NBA 2K24. I mean, if you have a guard in your corner, if your PG just hits you in the corner with a guard guarding you, you're gonna be able to shoot over him every single time. If he's like a 6'2", 6'3", 6'4", maybe even a 6'5", you get the ball, you hold square, you shoot over him. It's that simple. I mean, it's way too overpowered. If you're a lockdown and you want to make a new lock, definitely make one with, you know, T-Mac base. Very good ball. Let's go ahead and get to all the poppers out there that need a jump shot. So the first popper jump shot, I mean, you guessed it, we got JT Thor base and we got Oscar release 1 and Oscar release 2. Now keep in mind these, you know, the midi and 3-point on these popper jump shots are a little bit different. I can't really tell you if it's gonna be low midi or high midi. So, you know, if they don't work for your build, just, you know, go use one of the lockdown jump shots, maybe even one of the tall guard low 3-point jump shots. If you can't, you know, get this. So we got JT Thor, double Oscar, full release speed, and the blending doesn't matter. I mean, this is a very solid jump jump shot for all poppers. If you can't use it, just adjust it a little bit, the base, and you know, Oscar is really all that matters. Go ahead and try this one out if you can have access to it. For the next one, we are going to be going with Gordon Hayward base. Gordon Hayward base is really good on lockdown, spot up, poppers, whatever it is, but this is specifically for a popper. You know, slip pop to the wing, pop to the corner. Gordon Hayward is going to treat you right. For our releases, we got Oscar release 1 and Drew Eubanks release 2. I mean, we use these uppers on a couple of our lockdown jump shots. They're good for business. Blending, we got full release speed on this one with a 79% blending on Oscar and a 21% blending on Drew Eubanks. When you get the chance, go ahead and try this jump shot out and let me know down in the comments how you feel about it. Now, last but not least, for our footer jump shots, you know, footer jump shots are, you know, a very important factor in this game, because I've been playing a lot of park recently, a lot of theater, and I see a lot of people using footers, and I'm like, you know, what the? Let me put a footer jump shot in here. We got Dwight Powell base, Marquise Chris up release 1, and LaMarcus Aldridge release 2. You know, this footer jump shot, if you're a footer, you're playing rec, you're playing 5v5 pro am, you're playing threes, you're not gonna go wrong with this jump shot. So we got 92% Marquise Chris and 8% LaMarcus Aldridge with full release speed. I mean, go ahead and try this out and just let me know down in the comments what you think about it. Also, if you have another footer jump shot, put it down in the comments as well for other people to try it. Another footer jump shot that we have, which I mean, I would assume that you guys use this one a lot. It's Eric Pascal base, Chris Bosh release 1 and Marquise Chris release 2. I mean, Eric Pascal, I've been hearing this is a crazy base for footers. A lot of people use it. So go ahead and try it out if you haven't already. On this one, we got 29% Chris Bosh and 71% Marquise Chris with a full release speed. So I mean, we've literally gone through every jump shot possible that you need. I mean, you're a small guard, you're a tall guard, you got low midi, high midi, 3-point, you know, you're a lockdown, popper, footer, literally everything. I got you guys covered beside the small guards with low 3-pointer, low midi, because I gotta ask you a simple question. Why do you even have a build that is a small guard with a low attribute in the shooting? I really don't get it. In my opinion, delete that build and go check out my top 5 build video to find a new build. Anyway, though, other than that, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribing is the most important factor here because we are on the road to 20K. If you have a jump shot that you want to share with others, go ahead and put it down in the comment section. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that try other people's jump shot in jump shot video comment sections. And other than that, man, I'm out. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Catch you guys in the next one.